Good evening and welcome to Doordarshan Kendra Kohima. I'm Vimasana with the news. First, the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi appreciates US President Donald Trump's positive assessment on India-US ties. Naga People's Front urge all former members to rejoin the party in the interests of Naga people. Nerhema village organizes Organic Day Kam Kuvyeni. Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw says Prime Minister has given significant relief to middle-class families with GST reforms. And now the details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said he deeply appreciates and fully reciprocates US President Donald Trump's sentiments and positive assessment of India-US ties. Responding to Trump's recent statement, the Prime Minister noted in a social media post that India and the US share a very positive and forward-looking comprehensive global strategic partnership. Talking to the media in Washington last night, the US President said that India and the United States have a special relationship and there is nothing to worry about the ties between the two countries. President Trump said Modi is a great Prime Minister and he will always be friends with him. In an earlier social media post, Trump had remarked that the US had lost India to China. Former Ambassador Ashok Shahjohar said India's partnership with the United States is set to grow stronger, more vibrant and more dynamic in the coming days. The Central Executive Council CEC meeting of the Naga People's Front NPF was held today at the NPF Central Office Kohima. After the meeting, NPF Secretary General and MLA Achumbemo Kikon, briefing the media, said that a 6-point resolution was unanimously adopted by the House, which states that the CEC reaffirmed the earlier COP resolution dated 12 February 2025, inviting all former comrades of the NPF to return to the party in the larger interests of the party in particular and the Naga people in general. He said that the CEC resolved to make a formal and special appeal to the Chief Minister Dr. Neiphiu Rio to rejoin the NPF and assume leadership of the party in the greater interests of the party and the Naga people. Rio, a strong regionalist and senior member of the NPF, joined the party in 1974 as Youth President of Kohima Division and later served as Youth Wing President during the erstwhile UDF days. The NPF continues to consider him as an integral part of the party, and his return to the NPF, his original political platform, would send a positive message to the general public, the NPF said. The CEC further resolved to appeal to all regional-minded sitting and former members of the Legislative Assembly and members of Parliament to consider rejoining or joining the NPF for the sake of the younger generations. Further, the party appealed to the functionaries of like-minded regional parties to come together under the NPF umbrella so as to build a united front for advancing the regional agenda and effectively safeguarding the rights and interests of the Naga people. Appreciating the incumbent president's willingness to facilitate any new arrangement within the party's organizational structure in view of this clarion call to the former comrades, the CEC resolved to constitute a central election board in case of any developments.
Also mention a little bit of the history, his history of where he was a part of this party from 1974 onwards. When I asked one of the senior members today, it may not be 1974, it must be 1973 where he has trained. But since we have to go by official report.
A second edition of Nerhema Organic Day Kam Kuvyeni was held today, where Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio was the special guest. He inaugurated a multi-utility community hall in collaboration with the Horticulture Department and Nagaland Bioresource Mission. The Chief Minister appreciated the unity among the villagers which helped complete the project, adding that the council hall was built to safeguard the village. He said the project could be completed because of the unity among the villagers.
리처스 우비냐비라 크라 우체케테 부세 무주스로 우부리 운일레게
제 요거 리치비고 우비치디 스몰 organic 다루사고디 저스라고와 아케니디비에 요거 버테 버죠 오 스페빌리가도라 그럼네부 요거 파타 요 크레디 스비에 केक्रिबो सिडी नागालैंड को ऑर्गेनिक स्टेट का थोसा लीजिए यो वो जब ये यो मातो तेगो वो मातो तेगो चीज़
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi attaches enormous importance to India's partnership with the United States. Talking to media about Modi's response to US President Donald Trump, Dr. Jaishankar said that Modi has always had a very good personal equation with the President Trump. He added that India remains engaged with the United States.
But the point is, look, we are engaged, we remain engaged with the United States, and at this time, I can't say more than that.
We'll now take a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
दी ये देख कैसे
हैप्पी बर्थडे भाई।
दिखा हाँ मेरा फेवरेट कलर
हमेशा शॉपिंग।
आई नो माँ बट खर्चा करने की भी यही उम्र है राइट
सेविंग करने की भी यही उम्र है
आई नो पा सेव करो सही जगह निवेश करो रकम पर ब्याज मिलेगा जिसे फिर से निवेश करने पर ब्याज मिलता रहेगा आई नो ना आरबीआई कहता है
करो सही शुरुआत बनो फाइनेंशियली स्मार्ट।
Welcome back. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that India will continue purchasing Russian oil, stressing that decisions will be guided solely by the national interests. She said whether it is Russian oil or anything else, we will take a call based on what suit our needs in terms of rates and logistics. Sitharaman reiterated that the contribution of crude oil to India's import bill is the highest. The minister informed the central government is working on measures to support exporters who are impacted by the 50% US tariffs. She said the objective of the Atmanirbhar Bharat was not only about producing everything in the country, but also about self-respect in the face of uncertain global trade policies. Sitharaman said that the new GST regime will improve consumption by citizens and it will not only impact capital expenditure. She said 99% of all the goods and services are now either in the 0, 5 or 18% bracket.
And they all come down from 12 to 0. From 5 to 0 and 3 life-saving drugs and medicines used for treatment of cancer, rare diseases and other severe chronic diseases.
Life and health insurance policies are fully exempt from GST. GST on items like sprinklers and threshers reduced to 5%. Tax cut from 12% to 5% on renewable energy products, boosting clean energy adoption. Luxury goods, SUVs, racing cars, yachts and personal aircraft now fall under the 40% slab. So do tobacco products and other goods considered harmful for health like aerated and caffeinated drinks. Casinos and online gaming are also taxed at 40%, reflecting their classification as sin goods.
All goods, including aerated waters, containing
Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw said the Prime Minister has given significant relief and a valuable gift to middle-class families with next generation GST reforms. Briefing the media in New Delhi today, Vaishnaw said that the GST reforms are expected to add around 20 lakh crore rupees to the nation's GDP, significantly boosting the country's economy. Vaishnaw further noted that before 2014, the commandment was trapped in a web of complicated taxes, causing a burden on middle-class families. He added that the system has now been simplified and stabilized through GST reforms.
एक बड़ी राहत के रूप में आए हैं। आज माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी ने जिस तरह का जीएसटी में रेट्स कम करके, एक रैशनलाइजेशन करके और जिस तरह से एक सिंप्लीफिकेशन करके एक बड़ा रिफॉर्म लाए हैं, उस रिफॉर्म से हमारे जन जन के जीवन में प्रभाव आएगा। हर सेक्टर की जितनी भी फेडरेशंस हैं, जितनी भी काउंसिल्स हैं, सब ने बहुत क्लियर कहा है कि ये जो बेनिफिट है जीएसटी का जो बेनिफिट है वो सीधा का सीधा ट्रांसमिट करेंगे मध्यम वर्गीय परिवारों को, यूजर्स को, सभी देश के नागरिकों को ये बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर होगा। इंश्योरेंस का बेनिफिट भी ट्रांसफर में होगा। मोदी जी ने बहुत स्पष्ट तौर पे निर्णय लिए हैं और उन निर्णयों का एग्जीक्यूशन भी किया है। वित्त मंत्री जी ने बहुत स्पष्ट तौर पे कहा है कि शी विल कीप अ हॉक्स आई, very clear focus on making sure that the benefits of GST rate rationalization are reaching the common man, every citizen, every family.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit the flood-affected states to review the situation, as several parts of northern India, including Jammu and Kashmir and Punjab, have been severely affected and impacted by incessant rainfall, triggering landslides and flash floods. Meanwhile, the impact of the monsoon continues to be felt in Himachal Pradesh, as intermittent rainfall and landslides are disrupting traffic at many locations. In the apple-producing regions of Shimla, Kullu and Mandi, road closures have severely affected the transportation of apples to markets. In Punjab, the flood situation is gradually coming under control. The MET department has not predicted heavy rain in the coming 2 days. Though the controlled release of water from Bhakra and Pong dams is still a matter of concern, the Bhakra Bees Management Board chairman has assured no further danger from extreme release of water. In the national capital, the water level of Yamuna River is receding, but the city continues to grapple with a flood-like situation as the level remains above the danger mark. According to the latest update, the water level at the old railway bridge ORB has dropped to 206.36 meters, falling below 207 meters for the first time in several days. In tennis, Italy's Jannik Sinner has powered into the US Open men's singles final with a commanding 4-set victory over Canada's Felix Auger-Aliassime. He will now face Spain's Carlos Alcaraz in a much-anticipated final. In the women's singles, Amanda Anisimova of the United States booked her place in the final with a gritty comeback win over Japan's Naomi Osaka. She will now challenge defending champion Aryna Sabalenka of Belarus, who earlier overcame Jessica Pegula of the US in the straight set.
The second semi-final, Sinner defeated Felix in a 4-set battle on Friday night at Flushing Meadows, where he captured his 300th career match win. World number 1 Jannik Sinner sets up grand final against Carlos Alcaraz. He beats Canada's Felix Auger-Aliassime in a 4-set battle that lasted for nearly 3 hours and 30 minutes. Sinner has reached the finals of all 4 Grand Slams in the same year.
We will now look at the weather report from the district headquarters of Nagaland.
Kohima today recorded a maximum temperature of 26 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius, while Dimapur had a maximum temperature of 34 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 24 degrees Celsius. Wokha experienced a maximum temperature of 28 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius. Mokokchung had a maximum temperature of 28 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. Mon had a maximum temperature of 30 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius. Towards the east, Twinsang had a maximum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 17 degrees Celsius. Zinabuto had a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. Peg had a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 17 degrees Celsius. That's all for the weather report.
And with that, we close tonight's news edition. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.